Into life on the Costa Almeria, and brought to you by Rickmax Parisa, the experts in property sales on the Costa Almeria Sea. And today I'm talking dance, specifically Ceroc dance, and I'm with Tracey Ingman, who for several years now has been teaching Ceroc dance with your other half, Paul, here on the Costa Almeria Sea. So, first question for the uninitiated. What is Ceroc exactly? Because I think exactly, a lot of people are going, Ceroc, is that it?
I knew that would be the first question really, but Ceroc is, I suppose it's a franchise really, that was set up years and years ago. Ceroc actually comes from the French le rock, which means let's rock.
Oh, right.
So that's where it comes from originally. And then I would say around about 60, 70 years ago, two brothers found it over in France and then brought it to London actually, and set up a class there, and they started with Ceroc as the franchise, if you like, and then there's been lots and lots of breakaways since. All it is really is modern jive.
Right.
Modern jive. It's a mix of salsa, ordinary jive, rock and roll, a bit of ballroom. So it's everything sort of mashed together, and the thing is with this. You can dance it to most types of music.
Right, because that was going to be my next question. So what kind of music do you dance to?
Well, we dance from anything from Sir Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Michael Bublé, Robbie Williams, Bon Jovi.
Oh gosh!
Caro Emerald.
Yes.
Absolutely anything you can dance to. The Killers. One of our favourite tracks here is "Human" by the Killers.
Wow.
We've just got some Sam Smith that we're doing. So it's anything really that has a decent beat. The only thing that also that we can't really dance to is anything that's got lots of rapping in it, because you need a continuous beat.
Right. Yeah. But it leaves an awful lot, doesn't it?
Yeah. But the thing is, the reason we did, Paul and I used to rock and roll years ago, and you go to a function and sometimes they might play you something rock and roll right at the end of the evening, and it's normally something like Jive Bunny and the Master Mixers, and then it was Paul actually that found it years ago. It was, I think, about 18 years ago now, back in the UK, and from there we just used to go so many times, probably 3 or 4 times a week. Weekend workshops and what have you,
and became teachers along the way.
Yes.
So a real passion then.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I think what it is, it's obviously you've got to like dance to start with,
right?
But it's such a good social night as well. So you can come along and you can do as much dancing or as little as you want to. Apart from if you're coming in to dance, then you pay. You've got a couple of lessons, but you have a lot of time in between. For socialising. Right,
so it's a nice sort of full package, isn't it, as it were?
And great exercise.
Exercise as well. So one thing, is it something that, or question, that you can't really do on your own? You need a partner?
You need a partner to do the dancing, but you don't need a partner to go to the venues.
Right.
And if I just recap, if I go back a little bit, with modern jive, we'll call it modern jive rock or whatever you want to call it, the format is the same throughout. So there are hundreds and hundreds of venues. It's huge in Australia as well. There's huge amounts of people go to these venues, and you learn moves. So what you do is you learn moves, and then you can mix and match those moves as you like to do them. So like Paul has his favourites, and another man might have his favourites. Right. So there are thousands and thousands of moves. But the men will lead the moves. So whilst you do need a man to do the moves with, if you're a man on your own, you can come along and learn how to dance, because we move people around during the evening, and that goes for all the venues. If you're a lady and you come on your own, again, you move around the people, and what you do is, sometimes you might have, say, 2 ladies where they haven't got a partner, they come along, but they still get to dance.
Right.
And then, because it's such a social night, the experienced dancers, and the actual etiquette of Ceroc, if you like, is that men ask the ladies to dance, and ladies ask the men.
Right.
It's absolutely, it's in fact, it's probably more of a no-no to say, I don't want to dance, or no thanks. You normally say, well, no, I've just danced with somebody or whatever. So no, you don't have to have a partner.
Right, and ladies don't have to wait to be asked by gentlemen. They can ask themselves. So there we go. So this is very 21st century. Which is
I've actually seen women going up to men and saying, and grabbing us, come on, you go and have a dance. This is my favourite song. You know, so no. It's really good from that point of view. So you don't have to have a partner, and the moves are such that you just learn moves so you can dip in and out. Right. It's not like you have to have a course of sessions.
Right. So therefore, I guess that makes it quite appealing to people, because they don't feel like if they miss a week, probably it's not going to, oh no, then I'll never be able to catch up with everybody else. Yeah. So is it, you said that obviously you've got to have a love of dance, but can anybody learn? Or are they just people who really, it's never going to happen?
Well, I always used to say, people used to say to me, I can't dance, I've got 2 left feet, I haven't got a partner. So most of the things you can get around, like I've just said. Not many people have got 2 left feet. However, there has been, over the last 18 years, maybe 2 people that I've struggled, only because you have to have an awareness of beat.
Right.
So it's not that you have to dance. People come and they've never danced before, but if they've got a beat, if you can hear a beat, I always say you're 50% of the way there, because you move to the beat.
So people shouldn't be afraid to give it a go. They might think, I've never been a great dancer, but this is your opportunity to become a great dancer.
Absolutely. And nobody's looking to be a great dancer. What they're looking for when they come to the dancing is to learn to dance, so that when they're out, they can get up to dance, and they can get up to dance with, say, somebody that not their own partner.
Right.
So I can be out with Paul, and somebody will say to us, where do you do this? And I'll tell them. And then when we go out, somebody will come up to Paul and say, will you just show me how to do that? Or a man will say to me, just show me how to do that. And it sometimes snowballs from there. I mean, that's how we started here in Almeria. I mean, we came to live here, but just before that, we bought an apartment before we actually came to live, and we went out and started dancing, and some people said, where do you do that?
Right,
and it all came from that. And then when we came to live here 11 years ago, I would say within about 6 months we set the classes up. Right. And it's still going strong.
and all kinds of people are coming along to the classes. Yeah.
There's no age limit. We don't take young girls under the age of 16, and guys, to be honest, so that I don't want to be sexist. The reason being, some of the moves can be a little bit close. It's not sexual in any way whatsoever, but you could get a little bit close to somebody. So just because of that and the way things are in this day and age, we do have a cut-off, and that applies in the UK as well. Right. But really, for men anywhere from the 16 years old up to however old people want to be. And I mean, I've got videos of Paul dancing with 80, 85, year old ladies that, all right, yes, they're not going to do it to really, really fast music, but they're doing it and they're loving it. And it keeps them happy, and young people are happy when they're doing it. Well,
exactly. I mean, there's nothing like dance and music to really kind of lift the spirits, is there? And I get the impression that really the emphasis is on having a good time, not on being competitive, not on trying to be the best. It's all about enjoying yourself and meeting other people.
Yeah.
And what a great way to do it.
Yeah.
And I have to ask, I know it's a bit, but I mean, there's a huge following of the Strictly programs, both on Spanish TV and on British TV. And do you think that has really stimulated people's interest in what I call proper dancing, as opposed to sort of bopping around in the middle of the floor
so,
and doing whatever?
I definitely think so. I mean, all the people that come to our dancing are glued to their TV sets
Yeah.
on a Saturday night when it's on. I mean, I hate it when it finishes. I love it when it starts it, and I'm avidly watching it. But when it finishes, oh no. But yeah, I think so. And the thing is, people are identifying it here. Our dancers identify with the moves now, and they're saying, "Did you see what Brendan did the other night or whatever?" And it's just, it has definitely got people more interested. And I think because there's, obviously we don't do like the rumba, or we don't do a cha-cha, everything's mixed. But the American smooth is probably along the lines of Ceroc. People that have been doing it for a long time, that do the drops to the floor, the lifts and things like that, which, you know, we used to do in the UK.
Wow.
We don't do that here.
Yes, because I think it's almost like the sort of real dancing has been rediscovered, hasn't it? Having gone through a bit of a sort of a low period for quite some time. Interesting. So, of course, we should mention that we are in the Kimrick in Oaxaca, which is where you have the Ceroc.
Yeah, we've been doing dancing here for a long time. A little break in between, but really maybe that's more been change of ownership and when they've been refurbing. But we started life downstairs, and we now do it in this beautiful restaurant. And at the moment, well, I know you can't see it's off camera, but it's sort of half shut off. But we have the whole of the room.
Yes, it is a large area, a great area for dancing.
It's superb, and as I said, you know, the tables are set out, the little tea candles are lit, and people come in and they just, you know, from coming in to ending, we just laugh all the time. We just have such a nice time.
So, next question, obvious question, is when can people come along and how can they find out?
Well, they can either telephone me or email me, or it's dancing is normally, well, it is at the moment, every Tuesday. It starts at 8:30, but we like people to come a bit before because they might want to drink, they might want a bit of information from me or Paul. And then we finish around about 10:30, 11 o'clock afterwards because we have a bit of a social in the bar. And when I say it's every Tuesday apart from we stop in Easter, and then we always stop at the end of June, maybe early July for 2 months because of the holiday period. It's not that we don't have people wanting to come along to dance, but it can be very hot here. Also, people have got lots of family coming over. So what we do is we just say, right, this is the cut-off, and then we start again fresh in September. So apart from really Christmas week and Easter, and as I say, that 2 month period in summer, we're here most of the time.
So great. Isn't that something people can be doing pretty much on a weekly basis for most of the year?
Yeah.
Meeting new people, great venue, and having lots and lots of fun.
Yeah, it is. It is good fun and good exercise. And I tell you, a lot of people actually say, people that come together, they say it's really good because it's given us a hobby.
Yes.
And it's not just on the Tuesday night when they're dancing. They then go home, and if you are fortunate enough to have a partner to practice with, they go home and they can practice as well.
And when they go out socialising, presumably, then they can take their skills with them.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we had a really good night here on New Year's Eve. A friend of mine was DJing, and lots of our friends came, and there was quite a lot of our dance friends came. And it's great because they were all getting each other up to dance and what have you. So it is good fun. So you're not just sat there sort of what I call chair dancing. There's room for all dancing. I mean, yes, if you just want to pop about on your own, which I like to do as well, no, that's great. But it's just an alternative. And it's surprising how many people haven't heard of it as well.
Yeah, I think it's still it's not as well known as other kinds of dance. So well, people have heard of it now because they'll have watched this.
I've probably gone on quite a bit about it, but it's just a passion with me. I really enjoy it.
Well, this is great, and of course, I mean, Tracey and Paul are, you know, fantastic teachers, and because they do have this great passion, then it really is just a marvellous thing, and we're very lucky to have you here and this great venue as well. Right, well, Tracey, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And so everybody get those dancing shoes on.
You'll be very welcome.